Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Welcome to the Krypton Show for all things Krypton and after show. Yes, and applause.
I am my own audience.
Tony, do we need to tell them anything? Start this bad boy off.
Do we?
I don't know.
I'm checking out you guys in the chat, so yes, keep it safe for my eyes or not. You know.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about my safety.
Somebody said, volume. Somebody said volume.
Volume.
Oh, no.
Volume.
I addressed it already.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, fixed it.
We fixed
Yes,
it.
suck it, Mikey. Yeah, no. Do we have any housekeeping, Joshua? Any links
there
and
is
stuff?
The THS hashtaggers group.
The THS hashtaggers group, yes, on Facebook, yeah, so go check that out. And then, of course, as always, you guys can go over to our TeePublic store, buy some shirts, and help support us, because, yeah, we need money.
Super chat.
Yeah, super chat. So
it.
that also goes to us to help support the show and all the other shows that hashtag does. So go ahead and throw us some money, please.
Yeah.
Because money
Yeah.
is good.
I'm Jody. I guess we're doing intros, right?
Yes, why not?
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Intros. I'm Jody. That's it. Done.
I'm Kelly. What's up?
But what? I want to know more about you.
Okay, tell us more, Kelly.
Well, I've been reoccurring on this show for all the cosplay stuff, so I'm pretty excited to be back on a second full panel. And I've been with that hashtag show for a while.
Oh, good. Cool. I'm Valerie. I was here for the first episode. Oh, thanks! I was here for the first episode, and then I was out of town last week, here for the third. And I'm a comedian, and
what were you out of town doing?
I was on tour. Yeah, I was on the road opening for Dana Gould, and then with my buddy Jolene Lunzer, and we were in Georgia and Tennessee and Indiana. Awesome.
Nice.
Yes. So.
Is Tony cut off, or am I
No,
just...
I'm good.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that's just
Me.
stuff. Yes. Hi, I'm Tony. Yeah, and I've been here, always here. I don't know. What else do people need to know about me?
I think it's clap for Tony.
Yay!
All right. Before we get into anything, I think we need to round up what happened last week. Can we do that, Josh? Do we have that technology? Do we have that science?
Yeah, almost.
All right, real quick, just so you know, last week there was a lot of face acting. There was a lot of like silent face acting, and so I think we're going to see some of that on the Previously On. I will say there was a lot of it for our first cut of the Previously On, namely 7 minutes.
Oh, wow.
That is a
Solid.
minute?
And not like if someone's talking and the other person is looking. I mean, there is no dialogue, no one is being spoken, people are just staring.
That's like a whole episode in its own.
It was a pretty, it was a lot to do, so we had to cut that down. Let's take a look.
Previously on Krypton. Face acting. It's all in the face acting.
Are we back? Yep. All right. That was a lot of face acting.
I feel like I actually don't need to take another on-camera class after watching that. I feel like I learned a lot.
I will say this. of the original 7.5 minutes that cut was, there are no less than 3 times where someone talks directly to Lyda, turns and walks out of the room, and they just push the camera into her face. It happens 3 times. It's amazing.
Wow.
It's amazing. All right, well.
What was that?
I don't know. I hope it pays off later.
I think there's a dragon here.
Something tells me it won't.
It's going to get weird up in here. All right. First thoughts. We just watched the episode. We hope you did too. Let's go down the line. First thoughts. No spoilers at this point.
No
Just
spoilers.
Wait, what?
What you thought about the show. All right, fine. Spoil it. Fine. Whatever. What do I care? What do I need?
Uh-oh.
So are we doing spoilers?
Yeah,
Yeah. Spoil it. Spoil away if you want. If you must. Tony.
Oh, me. We were kind of, as we were watching, kind of pointing out just sort of how illogical the plan is, on Adam Strange's part, about how they're trying to save this planet from Brainiac, but then at the end of the day, he's still going to try to preserve the original timeline, which involves Krypton being destroyed, so... Why?
So you're saying, what's the point?
What is the point? Why are we trying to save this? I mean, I get it. We want to eventually get to the point where, Jor-El is born, and not only Jor-El is born, but Kal-El is born. But
why?
We all know what's going to happen. We all know that this is eventually, as viewers, we know what's going to happen and what has to happen. So we know that this is going to be a conversation that happens down the line. So it just kind of seems like, as I'm watching it, like, why? What are we doing?
Okay. To counter your point,
yes.
For many other sci-fi shows, many shows in general, Game of Thrones, like if you've read the book, you know what's going to happen. Does that lessen your knowledge of something?
This is something that only happens to me with comic book properties.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So Game of Thrones, you're like, whatever,
I'm not a
I
Game
know
of Thrones
everything.
reader. Listen,
well.
okay, like Lord of the Rings, any of those messes, anything that's more than 124 pages, I just don't even try. Like, it's not happening.
You're a Sweet Valley High girl.
Yes, exactly. Nancy Drew, the Hardy Boys, like that's it. That's my line. Anything more extensive, and I'm just like, you're asking too much of a commitment.
Wait, I thought you read Harry Potter books.
No.
Oh, really?
No.
Wow.
No. See, this is the only time that I ever have this problem.
Huh.
Expelliarmus.
Who is that disembodied voice?
Keep it down, Voldemort.
It sounds like Jor-El, but I don't know.
It's not. It's definitely
Maybe
not.
he's breaking through the walls. I don't know.
You sound like Jor-El.
I do sound.
But yes, fair criticism. But it's like, unfortunately, this is the only genre that this happens to me personally, because it's the only book genre that I actually care to really have a deep dive into. So
I got you.
nobody's trying to adapt Nancy Drew, and that Emma Roberts movie does not fucking count. All right.
There you go. You just slapped nothing, but I like it.
I think she slapped Emma Roberts.
All right, Val, what you got? Or was it Valerie? I'm sorry. I just assumed because we've been watching Kal-El for like 20 minutes.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Either is fine, but you do tend to spell it wrong in emails. But the other way.
You know what's funny is there's times where I'm like, oh, that's not how you spell that, send.
I know. No, I don't know. It doesn't bother me. So I agree with what Tony was saying, but also it just seems like a lot of like setup. And I also don't like the treatment of Lyda and her whole situation with Seg, that it's so frustrating where he just kind of like not belittles her, but I mean she has a high status and he's constantly just like dragging her into a corner to have a talk with her, and like we were all talking about that. It's really weird that she doesn't like she's a boss bitch. She's got stuff to do. Like it's just really weird how they keep having those little sequences.
Coldfire 22 in the chat says it's the journey. I mean, we know the Titanic goes down, but many people still watch the movie. Fair point. However,
I thought this was spoiler free.
And that's exactly what Boy Blue said. What? The Titanic goes down?
Do you want to
yeah,
slide
sorry.
in? We'll make room.
Over 1,200 people died on that one. But yeah, I don't really feel like... I know this is only the 3rd episode. There's not a whole lot of payoff yet.
There really isn't. And I don't know. I also just want to know, we know that there's going to be a Superman. And right now, there's 2 ladies in the mix. I want to know which one of those ladies is responsible for birthing him. That's what I want to know.
Already, you're like, give that.
Yeah, get to the sexy parts.
Okay, all right.
That's
Kelly.
Well, first of all, in this episode is the first time we see Lyda's commander jacket, the one that I had cosplayed. So I was super stoked about that.
Yes. Oh, that's right.
And I did like how they do have the different, I don't know, is it general? Who's above a commander? Her mom has like the sweet one with like the black details. I love that one. That one's cool. But moving on from the costume side, I do agree that this episode in particular was a bit slower than the others. I like the story. I'm intrigued by it, but this one in particular spent too much time discussing this collector's item, like where they're gonna find it, then finding it, then like figuring out that this lady has it. Like, it's a 45-minute episode, and I felt like that, you know, Game of Thrones is 45 minutes, and they pack way more into there. So I felt like this episode in particular did drag on a little bit, but overall, I'm still interested in the story. I'm excited that we're getting like right to Brainiac. I'm glad they're not waiting till episode 10 to bring that in. However, last episode or last little after show, I did get a little bit of flack for being disappointed in Adam Strange and his unenthusiastic reaction to the planet. However, why is it that as soon as he sees Val's hologram, all of a sudden he's shocked? That's the reaction I wanted to see from him coming on this planet. Because if he is like some guy who's like, oh yeah, he travels around, he's seen all these planets, I mean, then that means he would have seen this like holographic technology, especially since that's already like on Earth, like where like Superman is supposedly, Superman. We're guessing it hasn't been confirmed.
Either that or he stole his cage.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So I was bummed about that. I was like, okay, where was that like last episode?
Yeah. I think that I agree a lot with what you said, Val, which is the thing that bothered me the most is the fact that Seg, he doesn't bully her, but he pushes her around, Lyda. And in the last episode, she just killed some dude.
Yeah.
She was tough enough to go like toe to toe and kill her captain.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
And it was awesome.
Fantastic.
And she's like sitting there all bloody. And then this episode, he's like, hey, leave your post. Come talk to me in the corner. Or we're just going to talk in front of your guys and I'm going to push you around. And she's like, oh, you want a grenade? Okay.
Yeah, it's like...
He's like, trust me. And she's like, sure, have a grenade. I didn't like
They
it.
were way more sly. Yeah.
Yes.
They were way more sly, like in the first 2 episodes,
Right.
where they were like, "Oh, let me take care of this guy," and then while in the middle of like miming this whole like roughing up this rankless person, they're like, "Hey, by the way, still love you. Okay, thanks. All right, okay, see you later. Bye." And like there was tension there, but just this whole like, "Hey, come over here real quick," and it's just like, oh, that's how y'all are gonna do this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they're becoming less discreet, and
Yes.
it's like they're gonna get caught.
Yes.
They
did
were
like
already caught. I'm sorry. We
Yes.
don't have to talk about it all in one.
I did like the Brainiac chick. The whole like there was a supervillain in this one. There was
Yes.
like one that was like had
Yeah,
superpowers.
that
Like,
was
that
cool.
was awesome.
Yeah.
I
She was
loved
awesome.
her.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do our first trivia question. Do we have a giveaway, Josh, or are we just gonna throw maybe a huge stack of comics out there?
Let's do comics.
Let's do a huge stack of comics. I got
Comics!
it somewhere. But we'll just do it. And I mean a huge stack. I'm gonna go ahead and do like this,
Whoa.
and we'll show this video. And hopefully, when we come back from this
Ooh,
video,
no, stop it,
Well,
stop
what
it.
are you calling? Something?
No, it was the video. The sound came on for some reason. I was like,
Hopefully,
stop
when
it.
we come back from the video, which by the way, Josh, the video is called 2C Trivia 2 Steve Jonas. Okay.
Better be a good question.
Ooh.
I liked it. I
That's
was
a
very
big
proud.
stack.
That is a big stack.
Yes. All right.
Damn.
Show me what you got.
This is all the comics that DC gave us.
Holy
Oh my
shit.
God.
And you know what? That's not big enough.
Is it not?
No.
Let's
No.
show them this.
Save something for next time.
I'm dropping comics.
Damn.
All right, here we go.
Dude.
Just throwing some more on top.
Justice League, Superman.
Oh my
It's a
God.
ton. These are all new ones. None of these
Yeah.
are 99-cent bin
pretty
stuff. This is a ton of
good.
comics.
Holy
Can we roll
shit,
that
there's
clip?
good shit in there.
Let's roll it. I'm gonna put a few more on. Done.
Hi, I'm Steve Eunice from SupermanHomepage.com. My trivia question for this week is, which comic book writer and artist are credited for creating the comic book character Brainiac? If you think you know the answer, good luck.
Yeah, that was a great question. We all heard in the studio.
What was the
You
question,
gave us that
Jody?
So whatever that answer might be, we'll find out when we come back from this next segment, which is a mixology segment. Oh.
Drinks? Beverages?
Oh.
I'm not an
Oh,
alcoholic.
wait. There we go.
Drinks.
Well, this time when I was choosing all the ingredients, I was careful not to choose anything that could explode.
Oh, man.
Real bummer about that last time. So the first one we wanted to do kind of like a rankless versus a. Oh. Are we still on?
Yeah, you keep trying to do anything.
Okay. Cool.
Everything's working smoothly here.
We're so professional.
Okay, so we wanted to do kind of a class war with the drinks, so we did a rankless versus a gilded. So for the gilded, I wanted to choose. Basically, I just looked for something that incorporated Goldschlager.
Makes sense.
Which, not gonna lie, you guys, finding a recipe that has Goldschlager that's not disgusting is very difficult.
Yes.
So you may like it, you may not. We'll see. But so for this one, it's gonna be 3 equal parts, where I'm kind of gonna sort of measure them for you guys.
Science.
So we're gonna put in science. We're gonna put in. This is definitely more than 1 ounce, but we're doing. So we're doing an ounce of that, which is the Goldschlager, which is a cinnamon schnapps.
It's a Kryptonian ounce.
It is a Kryptonian ounce, which apparently the units of measurement are different.
Yes.
So we're doing an ounce, a Kryptonian ounce of butterscotch schnapps for all of you sweet tooth fellas and ladies out there. And we're also doing a Kryptonian ounce of Bailey's Irish Cream, which will take away the cool goldness of this drink, but it will sweeten it up a tad. So I'm going to stir this up, and I'm going to give you guys a taste of this one. I guess we'll do it one by one, right? That's what we did last time. So this one, all right, you guys. So Tony, here's yours.
Oh, thank you.
If you want to.
All right, fine. Give it to Jody.
All right.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Jody needs more alcohol.
I have had one drink.
One Kryptonian
very
amount
strong
of drinks.
drink.
Half
All right.
that bottle of Maker's Mark is gone. I just want to point that out.
Yeah. All right.
Are you having one too?
Yes.
Okay, wonderful.
Good place. It's the best part of bartending. All right, so here we go. First drink. This is the Golden and Gilded.
Okay, golden and gilded.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, hot damn.
Right?
That's a
Holy
sweet drink.
shit, that's amazing.
Yep.
What?
Kind of like
Damn it, Val. It is always so good when you're here.
Yeah. And
I
there's one
refuse to
more.
do this show without Val and a bar.
All right, so that's the first one. The second one is Rags of the Rankless, and we're gonna do some vodka over here, and I've given up on measuring, but pretend that this is an ounce,
Kryptonian ounce.
Kryptonian ounce.
They measure by sight. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. Because theming. Because.
So, so that's the first one. We're also gonna use grapefruit juice.
Yeah.
Which this is an interesting color of grapefruit juice, so I hope that it's okay. When
Kryptonian grapefruit juice.
I was like, it's not pink, it's not yellow, and we're also not washing this spoon because this drink is for the rankless.
They don't get washed spoons.
We're just gonna pour that in there. So there's that, and I did a salted rim on here, if you can see that, and I pre-salted the tiny little guys.
Oh, that's so
for
cute.
you.
Jesus. Jody, I refuse to do this show without her from now on.
So if you ever want to know how to salt the rim of a glass, if you're like, how the heck do they get it to stick on there? If you don't have a tray, like a bar tray, you can just use like a piece of lemon and just go around the rim of the shot glass and dip it into the salt.
Genius.
So there is that guy for you. So this is the Rags of the Rankless.
No details overlooked.
No details overlooked. Spend, no expense.
Spend no expense.
All right. Cheers, y'all.
Cheers.
Cheers, salute. Or Kryptonian, whatever.
Oh.
Oh, that is a smooth little guy, huh?
Oh, no.
Again, still.
No?
Oh, no. This is
Because that
amazing.
started. Okay.
Oh, no.
I was like, what
That
happened?
went like 3 different ways. She was
Yeah,
like, oh, and I'm like, she likes it. And then she goes, no. And I'm like, she doesn't like it. And she's like, that's amazing. And I'm like, we've gone around
it
the
was
tree.
like watching a gymnastics coach. I was like, I don't know what she's
What's her
trying to say.
I'm sorry. No, this was, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what do we think? I mean, do we have to pick?
Are we
a winner?
picking?
I
Yes,
had the
let's
winner last
pick one.
time.
What?
How
Yeah.
do we do this?
So we've got to recap. We have a Golden and Gilded.
Okay.
Why don't you come back over here? Because we got the drinks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's got the drinks.
Yeah, bring it
Boy
on,
Blue
bring it.
said this should just be a drink show. Oh my God, Boy Blue, you are fantastic
just
and a
be a
brilliant.
drink
I don't disagree. I do not. It is for some of us.
What we should do is for the watch along, we should do a drinking game at some point.
Oh, why don't we do that?
Yeah, we should.
I refuse to do the show without her.
right.
Someone else has to come up with the rules. How about that? And then we'll do that.
Have
All right.
Match for the after show.
All right.
What
All
am I
right,
not
so,
supposed
okay,
to
we're
do
picking
the
between
Yes.
the, what is it, the Golden and Gilded?
Yes, the Golden and
Okay,
Gilded.
let me try again.
And then, okay, yeah.
Oh my God. God, that is good.
Okay.
And then Rags of the, they're not the greatest back to back, but this is the Rags of the Rankless.
Cleanse my palate.
Here's what I think about this one. This is the Gilded.
Yeah.
It tastes like something that I drank in college
Sure.
and then like drank way too much of.
Yeah, you probably did a lot of shots of these.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then this tastes delicious, but not right after you drink
No,
this.
no, it's awful when you
No,
drink
if
right
you do
now.
that, it's awful. So
Let me tell you about the golden. Was it golden and gilded?
Tell us, please,
I don't know
tell
words.
us.
Okay. I feel luxurious. I feel warm.
It's fancy.
I feel toasty. I feel like I'm in the middle of Kryptonian Christmas, and everything is wonderful and fantastic. Right?
It is kind of like a spiked eggnog, right?
Yes, yes, but I don't really love sweet drinks like that because then it's just like, oh, I'm just drinking sugar at that point, and then
Yeah.
your throat just starts getting coated with like syrupy, sugary whatnot. But let's go back over here to the Rankless, or what was it called? The
Rags of the Rankless.
yes. Okay. I can tell that there's probably only 2 ingredients in here, but goddamn, those are 2 great ingredients.
Yeah.
And the salt just like, oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah,
like,
salt.
there's not a whole lot going on here, but what is going on is amazing. I would probably drink this for 8 hours until I blacked out.
as you should.
Let's test that theory.
And then she died.
Are we doing final? Oh, did we do final decisions? Did I miss
Did anybody
that?
Oh, we're
decide?
deciding?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Which
Jesus.
one are you?
Which one
are
is
you
the-
yeah. Which one are you?
Are you
That's the deal.
Rankless or you Gilded?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gilded, but I'm hanging around the Rankless in order to bang them, just like Lyda. All right, so
Got it.
yeah, I don't have to decide why because I'm privileged like that because I'm fancy.
You do both. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mix the drinks.
I would say if I was going to just have one, I would pick the Golden and Gilded. But if I was going to keep going all night, I would do Rags of the Rankless.
I
know what I
see how
mean?
you divided it.
Yeah.
So the Rankless are the partiers. They're the
Yes.
ones that like keep it going.
Yeah.
And the Gilded are like sip it bedtime.
Yeah.
This deserves to be like in a cognac, like brandy glass. Like
Yeah,
you
this-
swirl it around and
Yeah.
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 I see.
This deserves to be in a keg.
Yeah. This is also
The
that's
best
why there's
keg you've
such
ever had.
there's only 2 ingredients in this because that's all they can afford.
And it's brilliant.
Technically 3. Salt counts as
Sure.
a-
A garnish.
Kelly?
I actually agree with what you said. That was a really good point. But far as taste testing goes, this just tastes like grapefruit juice with an aftertaste of salt. So I am going to go with this one for flavor because a lot's going on in there.
That was
Okay.
a
So as a drink,
hardcore decision.
that one.
Yeah, I
Jody,
will,
I can see that you're the only one who's finished both samples.
yeah, like a long
Do we
time
have
ago.
more?
There's
Because
more.
that I'm literally rationing them.
There's
Yeah,
more.
you're
Okay,
right
never
next to the
mind.
bar. You can, but
Don't tell her that.
This is gonna go downhill quick, guys.
or uphill. I agree with you. I feel like the Gilded gave me the most taste, flavor, sensations. The especially drinking one after the other, you can't get that taste out. It doesn't
No.
go away. You're kind of stuck with it. So that's what I'm going. I'm going Gilded.
Cool.
Yeah.
The bad guys won.
Yes, as they should. Anyone chime in with an answer to the question of who created Brainiac?
Yeah,
In case
let's
you guys
see.
didn't
We
hear it.
did. I'm sorry. Hang on. We started drinking and then the
No, I get it. No, that's what we're pacing this up.
Coldfire 22 says Otto Binder and Al Plastino
That is
created
correct.
Brainiac.
What was the person?
Coldfire 22.
Coldfire
Congrats,
22.
Coldfire 22!
That's all yours.
Look at all that stuff you get!
Stat.
That is so
dude.
many comics.
I do
Great
want to
job.
point out that
Great
those
job.
were delivered on my birthday. I had claimed that entire stack for myself, and then Jody was like, "I'm sorry, those aren't for you."
I guess there's
Oh.
just none left.
Oh my god!
All right. Next segment. Kelly is going to talk a little bit about wardrobe.
Yes.
Talk about clothes.
Kelly, let me set this up. I guess, are we... here you go.
I mean, I could just give a little intro if you want.
Yeah.
So, when we first started off, the clothes seemed very simple. They seemed very something you'd see us wear, like something you can find and buy. And then over time, it kind of upgraded to more alienistic styles.
Tony. Oh.
Don't. I'm
she's
so
back.
excited.
I was like, I know exactly where she's going.
Continue.
So we decided to kind of take a look at the evolution of all the characters and their styles, take some guesses at what it says about their character or where their character's going. So I believe first up, I don't know what you have prepared. I don't know if I just want to start
I
talking
believe the first file
maybe Adam?
is Adam.
I believe it's Adam.
Let's see if we're right.
So when Adam started off, obviously he's wearing Earth clothes. He had a hoodie, he had a baseball cap, some jeans. Although not as many people kind of stared at him as I expected they would.
Yeah, that was weird.
A lot of people were like, "What are you wearing?
Like,
Is that Gil?
No one
What kind
cared.
of craziness?"
No one
And
cared.
no one but Seg paid any attention.
Yeah.
But as you can see, it's a little dark, guys. As you can see in the new one, he bought some Krypton jacket. I think he only bought a jacket. I think that was it. I think he wore all his regular clothes and just added a jacket. But it's darker. It's edgier. I feel like it's got some frayed edges. He's definitely down with the rankless. But
It's a good look.
yeah. I don't know what it says about his character because his character hasn't changed a ton. So I think maybe he's still on the same path. But I don't know. I'm still kind of mad about his character for the fact that I wish he would show more emotion about being on an alien planet.
I agree. I feel like, especially with the wardrobe change, it should have been a
A little
bigger
more.
deal.
Not just I'm still wearing Earth clothes, but this jacket.
Yeah, which also just looks like an Earth parka.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice helmet.
What helmet? Oh,
What?
look at that.
Look, and Tony's you going into...
Are we doing a crossover episode?
I honestly
Sci-fi.
can't remember how this landed on my head.
Wow. You were meant to be. You have been chosen.
think it might have been all of the... yeah.
Next up, I believe we have Lyta, who's had a pretty... I feel like I'm a little biased to her because I made her jacket and it took me freaking forever to make her jacket.
And she's beautiful.
She's
is
gorgeous.
really
She's
beautiful.
You could
gorgeous.
put anything on her, and I pretty much would be like, oh, gorgeous.
Even when she's in her little outfit, when she's that was so demeaning. Her little outfit, no, her the black uniform that she has when she's
With the
fighting.
red suspenders?
Yeah.
That one was much more casual, but it popped more. I liked how much that one popped with the black and the bit of red. Now she's all red, which is why I like the, general jacket more because it's got the black trim.
Yeah.
So it kind of pops. So she kind of she doesn't stand out as much in this jacket, but she definitely looks a lot more in charge, which
Yeah.
I like. And hopefully she will don that red and black jacket in the future episode. So I like where her style is going. And hers has always been an alien-like style. She never had that casual, because she's the higher ups,
Yeah.
the ranked,
I do like that about the fancy people.
that they have the better.
Yeah,
like
just because there's such a division between streetwear
Yeah.
and this is obviously our fancy clothes.
what's Seg's wife's soon-to-be wife's name?
Nissa?
Nissa.
Yes.
I always love what she's wearing.
She always
Hers
looks
are the
amazing.
best.
She's got the best clothes.
Yeah.
Oh, she's Kryptonian Elsa.
Yeah, she really is.
ugh.
She's got the best clothes. I think in this episode, she was going for something a bit more edgy, where she had a full dress and then cut off and then
Yes,
arm.
the cold shoulder cutouts.
Yeah,
Yes.
And that
Just like a
silver thing that she had around
Solo
her.
sleeve.
Oh, so
yeah, she
good.
always wears that necklace.
I
I'm
love
very
it.
curious if that's going to come into play later on.
I wonder if that's her mini collar, since we always talk about how what's his name has the power collars. Her dad.
Oh, yeah, he's
Gavin.
got
yeah,
the
he's
high...
always got the other crazy collars. So I wonder if that's a thing that they all kind of just wear something around their
Instead
neck.
of pearls, they've got the silver
Yeah.
band. I do hope we get to see a bit more, though, than just plain black dresses from her, because I like her style.
I
wanna
like
see how
that
far
she's
they take
sticking
it.
to a look. She stuck to a palette. She knows what works for her, and that's all. That's all you need. You created an identity.
It'll be interesting to see if when they put her in color, to see.
Yeah. I don't know, but I think, hasn't her dad always been all in black, too?
Maybe that's their house color.
Maybe.
Even
Because
the
they
guild,
put Seg in all black, too, and he was, part of the family.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
and
the whole-
black is also associated with evil too. So
where do they work, or where does he work?
Some
the
science guild?
scientist's field.
Not Seg, but Nissa's father. Is he in Science Guild? Is that where
no,
we're
what
is
at?
is his title
I
exactly?
think he's high up in the government.
Yeah, okay, so wherever
I don't
those
know,
government
whatever
offices
the
are,
government is.
they're just shades of gray and black, you
Yeah.
know? That's
Yeah.
not metaphorical, literally
Maybe she'll
shades
get
of
some
gray and
shades
black.
of gray.
Yeah.
And I just always feel like it's I don't know, it's kind of how I feel about corporate America too. You go there and people are like, oh, I'm going to pop with a fun little color. And it's no, you're just wearing gray and black because you're sad about your life.
But then everything matches.
Yeah.
That's what, you can't beat that. Let's move on to Seg's evolution.
Okay.
we had 3 photos for him, actually, because he's had a lot going on.
Oh.
So, of course, we've got the lighter, more casual, the fingerless gloves for the...
lie, that's my favorite.
Right.
Yeah, mine too. Hey,
We'll just stay on this photo for a little bit. How's that sound?
Yeah.
Yes, let's.
And then in the middle, we have when he was being accepted into the family, forced into the family, I guess. He kind of mimicked Nissa's father a little bit, I think, because they were like, you gotta be one of us. And then now he's kind of adapted it into his own look, where it's not so clean cut. It's still got some like edges, some like crazy details that the unranked usually have. They have like the loose ends and whatnot. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of getting his own style, and I dig it. So I'm excited to see where that goes.
It kind of reminds me of like back in the day when you used to be able to divide, the lower classes from the higher classes, were based upon like how the quality of the dyes and colors.
The
and
colors,
fabrics.
like there's like a lot of colors.
Whereas like if you just didn't have money, then you just had shit fabrics and shit colors.
Yeah.
And it's like, but I like the colors on rankless Seg rather than just
they're
all
natural,
dark,
probably
all
like
black.
natural fabrics and natural fibers.
Yeah.
He just looks like he's
I don't know if
just
it's
like
natural on the planet.
more buff in that. And, you know what I mean? Like he'll get down and dirty for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean that's basically it for the evolution, mostly because we're only on episode 3, so we haven't seen a lot, but I am hoping that we get more crazy. I want crazier costumes on these people.
I agree.
Although we did get the armor, and the armor was pretty cool too.
Armor is sweet, but I would like to actually see it on somebody who isn't wearing the Daft Punk helmet.
Yeah, it is the Daft Punk helmet.
As much as I love a helmet, no.
And how do they see out of it?
I can't
seems
even,
like they can't
these
see
are
out of it.
really okay, there
Can
we go.
you see out of that?
I can. Not well, but I can. I can see the disappointment of everybody else.
And that's it. That's it for costumes.
Yeah.
There's a next segment?
Yep.
There is.
I think that's me. Well, we are really excited because everybody has been begging and begging, and we finally got a cast member from Sci-Fi.
Oh my goodness.
Yo.
Who is
Come
it?
in. You guys, this has been a real big get for us, and here he is straight from set. You guys, the voice of Rao!
Hey!
Ladies, it's good to be here. It's good to be here, ladies. I just want to say thank you for having me. I know of all the cast members you could have picked, you got the best one.
Oh, okay.
Obviously.
And you're all looking lovely tonight. You're all looking very lovely.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So, what do you think about our show? Do you watch it? Do you like it?
I try to tune in. I'm so busy. The nightlife here on Krypton, it's just exhausting. But when I do tune in, it's good. You humans, you're an interesting lot.
Okay.
What? See, right here?
Okay.
That's my point. That's my point, ladies.
Could you cover that up a little bit, maybe? I don't know what
Humans are such prudes.
I don't know if you know, but
We here on Krypton, we don't conform to your statures of conservativeness. We just let it hang out. We enjoy
Like literally.
what we got.
It's I don't think we should be doing this. Is there a way we could put something?
Oh wait,
just
I'm sorry.
something
Hang
over
on.
that.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Mr. Voice of Rao, I have a question.
What you got, girl?
Okay, I'm sorry that I even had to look long enough to actually see this.
Oh my God.
Are those faces that are
what's-
peeking out for me?
Well, the fandom zone had to come from
my
somewhere,
God.
Holy
and there's a
It's,
reason why I'm the greatest head of whatever on Krypton. Know what I'm saying? I got it. It's all right here. This is what makes me the voice of Rao.
So that's where the fandom zone originates.
Yeah, it's the dong of Rao.
Okay. Well,
The manhood of Rao.
I think we might be done.
No.
I think we're good.
Come on. Ask me anything. This is your one cast member. You know what? I will say this about you humans. You do one thing really well, which is, this helmet, it's so heavy. It chafes a lot. And I found that your mail order system is great. I got this facial massager.
Oh my God.
From Amazon.
no.
Dude, that's not a.
I think you've had too
No,
much.
not the face.
God.
None of the face.
It just, it really gets the spots.
Okay, that's
It
not
just
what that's
feels
for.
so good up in there.
That's.
And you can really get it up there because the shape.
Oh my God.
The shape
it-
feels so.
No.
That's.
It's all over the
I've
place,
never
you know what I'm
seen
saying?
anybody put it on their face.
Well, at least it's on his face and not in other places.
yeah.
Okay.
Such as
Every orifice.
Oh my god.
You know, it's built for everything.
it's really not.
I'm really creeped out because I actually have the same one at home.
Oh,
Did up
okay.
there.
Yeah.
It's awkward.
All right. Well,
We done?
I think that's enough of that.
Still here.
No. Please, just
Okay.
keep it on your face, not on Zod. That's all I can ask for.
Yeah.
Okay.
It moves the mask around. So I can't see if the segment is done or not.
I think it's done. I think everybody wants. I think everybody wants it to be
Who
done.
wants to know? I'm off for now.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you,
God.
Mr. Voice and Row. Thank you. Okay.
Y'all are lucky that
How?
I can't see.
Why?
That
Why does
happens.
this only happen to us? And not when Jody is around. Let's point that out.
Yeah. Why did it happen when there's 3 women on the panel?
Yeah. Josh, is this your doing? It feels like you're doing. Don't just shrug at me, sir.
The guys on the show take a lot of bathroom breaks.
Yeah, seriously. Like we're alone in the studio right now.
With all of the alcohol. Who authorized that?
Good point. Ladies, yeah. I'm just gonna go ahead and erase that from my mind for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well,
But why? I have so many questions now. So literally thousands of prisoners are just hanging out in his crotch?
I mean,
Yes.
Like judicial like crabs? Like how why?
Ooh.
I think
Ooh.
that
That is not a good picture to think about.
I wish everybody could have seen what it looked like without the Phantom Zone though, because that was really.
I'm back, you guys. I had to go to the
welcome
bathroom.
back. Yeah.
I had to go to the bathroom so
Did
bad.
you?
It was rough. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, must be the pizza.
It was. Oh man.
And then the
It really
drinks
made it go
after.
through with me.
Had like 3.
What are we doing next? Oh, this thing, huh? Why don't we vamp some more while I figure some stuff out?
Okay, cool.
You know what we have, in addition to all of the wonderfulness we've got, I was saving this for next week because I don't have any ideas for next week. But why don't we show the outtake video that we have, and that might buy me some time.
Oh.
But we have
great outtake.
along with the voice of Rao, he actually brought a clip with him of some
that was
outtakes.
nice of
It
him.
was
Yeah.
it was part of a package
Do you
deal.
think he knew that he was going to traumatize us? And just
I don't
decided
think
to-
he knew anything. I think he's just playing by the seat of his pants. He's just winging it.
There are no pants there, sir.
You're true that.
Seat of his robe.
So as soon as we find that lucky video,
Where do I find it?
what? Well, you made it, so you would have it, unless you haven't done it.
Oh, that.
Yes, that video. Yes,
Yeah,
that one.
That video is still in progress.
Oh, great!
Well, why don't we ask?
got the other ones.
We want to do a drinking game next week. So
Yes.
what? If anybody has any ideas, chat at us right now and let us know anything
I think
that you think would be a good drinking game.
I liked the face acting thing. I feel like that should definitely.
Oh,
be
yeah, like
thrown
every
in
time you
there.
see face
Every time
acting?
you see face act, which you guys might be smashed at the end
Okay.
before the after show, but I think that should be one of the.
Okay, all right, you guys. Look, we got.
Oh,
let's
we're
move
doing
on.
this now? Okay.
All right, we.
Almost gone.
I know. All right, we have a lot of questions after this week's episode, and everything is running so smoothly right now. It's just
We're doing great.
We are. I'm not saying it's not great. This is easily our best episode. But what
Let me
I
drink
want
a
to
little
do
bit
is,
more and I might
I
agree
feel like
with
it's
you.
time to take this $1.99
Yeah, you
sticker
had that
off
on there like since the beginning, and I keep wondering why you haven't
I feel
taken
like
it off.
what we need to do is get someone who has some answers.
No.
Yeah, I know. In
Who
the
would
past,
have the answers?
No.
in the
I don't
past, Jor-El has
No.
not been the best.
No.
But I feel like we need to call upon him. We can call upon him
In a minute.
in a minute. In a minute, we'll call upon him.
Ooh.
all right.
A lot of things going on right
back
now.
to the alcohol. Next week.
How about we do another
Oh, well,
trivia
you
question?
know what? We did have some nice
Did we get some?
contributions.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
No, wait. Let's hear some comments.
We had some nice contributions from when we said that we suggested that the live watch show or even this show should be a drinking show.
Yes, let's hear it.
So we had some names. So some people suggested maybe Krypton After Hour,
Yeah.
Drinking with Zod, Sipping with Rao,
We don't want Rao back. Rao
Drinking on Krypton, The Phantom Zone. I don't think that was. I don't think that's what you meant.
No.
And I'm gonna go ahead and just disqualify that, given what just happened.
Yeah.
So
No,
sorry.
the last
That's
thing we need is more
disqualified.
Phantom Zones.
But
Why? What happened with the Phantom Zone? I missed
Nothing.
that. I was in the bathroom.
I hate you so much.
What did you eat today?
Pizza and
Pizza.
Arby's.
You just burped it up in the middle of that. He burped in between telling us what
Pizza
items
and-
he ate.
I had
today.
Arby's.
Pizza.
It was
A lot of makers mark.
Fart beads.
All right. Anyway, back to this drinking game.
Oh. Well, no, those.
Oh, okay. Screw the drinking game.
We got it.
Hold on, you guys. We got this. This is it.
All right.
Here. All right. You will not regret this. Here we go.
What-
Let us call forth
No.
to get some answers about Brainiac.
No.
And an easy transition that we have made so easy. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Safety visor down.
Be careful. That's
Jor-El. Let's get Jor-El in here. Let's put the crystal in. And we put it in there. And we wait for the connection to the
No.
filter.
Yay!
Wait, you guys, that is not the Jor-El I thought. That is the Man of Steel Jor-El.
Oh,
Oh, we might
shoot!
finally get some answers, you guys.
I'm Jor-El, son of Seg-El, son of Ter-El, son of Val-El,
Okay.
astrophysicist and head scientist of the Science Guild. Of Krypton.
Whoa, this is fantastic, you guys. We've got a real Jor-El, not
That's
some
right.
floating head of craziness. I've just...
That kind of smarts when you do that.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
You're touching my medulla oblongata.
There you
okay.
go. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
they have
All right.
one of
Sorry. I'm sorry. But
have one of those.
let's finally get some answers.
Sure,
Jor-El,
sure.
please tell us, please. What is Brainiac's intention? Why? What is he doing?
Krypton, Krypton, I come from Krypton. Krypton's my place.
All right. Why are you singing? Why are you singing, Jor-El?
Oh, I'm sorry, mate. I thought maybe you'd want an Academy Award winner to strut his stuff a little bit. After all, I was in Les Mis.
Okay.
he was
Are you?
singing.
Russell
I'm not that
Crowe
drunk.
was in
Wonderful.
Les Mis and won an
Yeah.
Academy Award. Are you saying that you're Russell Crowe as Jor-El or
No,
Jor-El?
mate, crikey, you got it all wrong. I'm saying
Crikey.
I was in the Krypton Academy High School production of Les Miserables, and I was damn good too. It was Javert.
That's great. This might have been a huge mistake, you guys.
Krypton,
Oh man.
Krypton.
I don't know what to do here. Maybe just pull the plug on the whole thing. Did I hear something?
Hey, I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse.
Oh no.
You guys.
We gotta go out there and get rid of these.
Did we get
This
another crystal? Did I accidentally?
Sounds like
we're gonna.
a bloated Vito Corleone.
Yeah, well, we're gonna get rid of this fake Jor-El, this penal colony reject.
Oh, I'm a fake.
All right, you guys.
Hey, I think a dingo ate your baby.
All right.
That's a slur. That's an Australian slur. That's offensive.
Dingo?
A dingo, yes, it means cock.
Wait.
Okay, well.
All right, you guys. Look, I can't have this kind of Jor-El on Jor-El action in my show. How about this? I'm going to ask a question about Brainiac, and whichever one of you comes up with the best answer, that Jor-El will be our Jor-El.
Okay? Right,
All right.
sounds good.
Russell Crowe Jor-El.
Yes.
We're starting with you.
Oh, okay,
Right.
you can go first.
That's very nice of you.
A beautiful mind can go first here.
Okay.
All right.
How
How can Krypton hope to defeat Brainiac without the use of superpowers?
Well, we may not have superpowers, mate, but we've got knives.
That's not a knife.
No, this is a knife.
What?
On Krypton, we use forks as knives. So, yeah, in fact, it is a knife on Krypton. Krypton.
Hey, I've heard better singing when I visited Margot Kidder in the Looney Bin.
Margot Kitty? Who's Margot Kitty? Is that like Helen?
You're Margot Kitty.
Is anyone old enough to get that reference?
How do you fly?
All right, Jor-El. Question to you, same thing. How do you hope to defeat Brainiac without any superpowers? Superman barely defeats him every
So I don't have any superpowers? Would you call bringing the dead back to life a superpower?
Sure, can you do that?
Come on.
I can definitely do that.
An example? Can we
Okay, so let me check my script here.
Oh, Jor-El.
I mean, at least I
So,
have a book, mate.
So
I think you're running out of battery, Jor-El. You better talk fast. You better talk fast, Jor-El.
So what? Brainiac was dying, so then I brought him back to life using just sunglasses and a hat. Me and Andrew McCarthy.
Andrew McCarthy.
And
Sunglasses.
he was water skiing. It was a beautiful
That's
day.
Weekend at Bernie's, Jor-El.
Your Weekend at Bernie's.
I am Weekend at Bernie's.
Popular
All right, I'm
1980s
done.
film.
I'm done, you guys. This is
You're
it.
done.
All right. Oh, before we go, I want to say thank you to our sponsor. It's Outback Steakhouse. No
damn it.
rules,
Oh
just
my
right.
God.
Mention the code Krypton, and you'll get $3 off your bloomin' onion.
All right, we're done. Thank you,
He
Jarrell.
has sex with kangaroos.
What? All right, we're done. All right.
Where did you get this thing?
A discount.
I think a dollar store.
It was definitely
Literally
a
a
dollar
dollar
store.
store.
All right, I'm so sorry, guys. I thought we were going to
Is
get
it
some
safe?
answers.
Can I come
thought
out
we
now?
could- Yeah.
Thank
can
you.
come out.
Jody's dad says this is going really well. Congrats, Jody.
This is easily our best episode, I think. All right, let's get to some real Krypton stuff. Not that all right, let's not insult everyone. Let's do some translations and Easter eggs, shall we?
Oh,
Okay.
how many hours did you spend on it this week?
I would say this is the longest time I've spent.
No way,
5
more than
hours.
5 hours?
Well, that was a plane. This was like a couple nights in a row. I actually have Easter eggs this time.
Okay.
So this is
So it
an
was
important show.
fruitful.
Can we, Josh, file 1EE Black Mercy.
Ooh.
So here's the thing about this, is a lot of people have been going like, oh, the Black Mercy is in the Fortress of Solitude, you see a leaf. And I've been like, that's a tentacle. There's nothing that has directly associated with the Black Mercy until this picture pops up, in which case I'll show you. But see, in the lower corner there, you'll see it's got the red twirly vines, and you'll see the red twirly vines are one of the biggest marks of the Black Mercy. So for me, this is the official confirmation that, yes, that is a Black Mercy in the Fortress of Solitude.
That's cool.
Can we go to the 2 EES? I thought this one was awesome. I did not catch this one. My Tracy did, and we pulled this one out of the right away.
You have a Tracy?
2 EE Supergirl. And you'll see this woman right here. The skirt, the belt is exactly Supergirl's. And then there's another girl you see later who's wearing yellow pants and like a blue top with a red strap. Also Superman, Supergirl colors.
Where was this? I don't remember this.
It is right when they're panning through the back alleys and the pawn shops.
Okay.
You see her in the background real fast, and then the other one is immediately after. And I thought that was, I was like, all right, good job.
Isn't that the family colors?
That is. That's
So does
the
that
that's
mean
the
they're
L.
related to Seg?
They could be, but according to Seg, he's the last of his line. So, unless he's...
Just a variation.
it could be Kara's family.
Okay.
The Zor-Els. The
Yeah.
Zors. So, yeah, that's a good point. Good call. Next up would be is a translation. I've actually seen this sign multiple times, and I've never figured out what it was until this episode. And number 3, Josh, it's food. So wherever this place is, that's where they go to get food. Number 4 is back again. Number 4 is my favorite, just because I guess it's also a place you can go to get food, but it's a very specific type of food. And when the picture comes up, I'll let you know what it is. You have a question? Yep.
Have we actually ever seen them eat on screen?
No.
Okay. Curious.
This is veg. V-E-G, veg. So I assume it's a vegetarian joint. I assume that's where that is. The next one up, I was really proud of. I had to find 2 different shots to really get the full of it. It's graffiti.
Oh, okay.
And I was very excited about it.
Oh, I thought you said someone graffitied the word graffiti.
No, I wish. That would have been really cool, but it's not. I think they're going to, hopefully, what I hope is that they will play this more and more. It's we and no is under it. So either it's a word that starts and ends with WE, and then the next one is no, but it's we know. And then I've also seen the graffiti of the letter S, but it's been kind of just floating there. So the letter S looks like the Superman symbol, but not.
It's hope.
Yes. Next one is one of the ones I worked really hard on. I just started this one. It's the nun habitat. So you see, we got the word
again.
but, fine, the, then, he, and he in there. I'm going to throw out a theory because I'm having real trouble translating a lot of this. Next to the word then is a word that I cannot translate because there's some letter there that doesn't make sense. It looks like a CH and then an ELL. So the 0 with the line right next to the word then. If anyone has any help translating these, I would love to see it. I feel like it should be an S, shall, then shall he, but I don't know. It's not translating right.
I guess, do you think that they would take the time to make it so it's actually complete thought there?
I feel like that they wrote out stuff for sentences and stuff. I really feel like they did because a lot of, I can translate a lot of letters out of it. Some of them, I just don't know what that word is because, the ending is blurred. You know,
or it's like where the crease of the fabric or something.
So
yeah.
there's a lot of it that I'm like, these are all words. I just don't know what those words are.
Were those words similar to rouse rope, or they?
Well, let's
different?
take a look at rouse rope. It's next. And yes,
more words
they
added.
are the same.
Oh my goodness.
See, there we go. I'm getting further and further down the line. The problem is the more blurry it is, the harder it is. So I have to use different shots to find it. The word Lord comes up a lot. Now, I'm going to propose a theory.
Curious, go.
You'll notice there are no S's in any of these words.
Oh.
I think they've changed the letter S, and because otherwise the other one would be shall. See what I'm saying?
So you think
what do you mean?
What you thought was a C is now an S?
What I think is a C is now an S. I haven't.
Have you tested
I
that out?
have not tested that theory, but we're getting there. I have
they
one last
changed
picture.
the look of the actual Kryptonian
Yeah, I think
S?
they might have. It's a theory. It's just a theory. Because I'm having trouble translating a lot of this stuff because I feel like some of this. So this is I can't figure it out. I need help, and I'm giving up on them for now. The top one is that weird thing you see in Kem's bar, and then after that is this weird one that's in the background. Another one from Kem's bar at the top. There's some posters in the background that look to be almost all the same letters, and then I spent an hour on this police one, the one in the Sagittarius locker room. Mm-hmm. The first letter is an S, the last letter is an R, and I don't know what the hell else is going on in there.
So they are using Kryptonian characters.
So please, if anyone out there can help me, I would really much appreciate it.
Is it the font that makes it difficult to read, or is
kind
it
of?
just...
Once you figure, like they play with the font, but once you figure out, you're like, oh, this is neon, and it's all one thing. It's kind of easy, except I can't figure it out.
Looking at that makes my head hurt. I don't understand how you, because it's so much more in depth than seeing it like, ugh.
Super chat!
Yeah, we got a super chat. Thank you, Larry.
Super chat. Larry
Showing
says,
some love. Hashtag THS Universe.
Yeah.
Thanks, Larry. Aw, he loves us.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
All right.
Thank you, man.
I think we now move on to our list, right?
Do we, or have
Oh,
we?
yeah,
Wait, when
that's
do we
this
get
guy.
to discuss the actual episode?
Oh, you're right. Hey, Tony, let's do that. Let's talk about that.
Okay. So are we going to do the good, the bad, and the meh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, why don't you lead us in this?
Okay, the good.
This prayer.
Somebody else may want to start the good.
Okay, the good, I loved the villain. I thought we had a super villain. I thought that worked.
Yes.
Anytime you bring in a super villain against a normal person, I love that concept. I thought they did a great job with her. Good. I think it still looks good. The CGI is still solid.
CGI is still really solid.
The black eyes with that little thing, the little computing stuff in there. I thought that was great.
I noticed that.
That's my good.
Okay.
What do you got?
Anybody else have any good?
Mine was the same. Mine was the same as him. That villain. When the villain's like hooked into the system, like the wires are coming out of their back, that scene probably was my favorite in this whole episode. Legit.
I have a question. This is neither good nor bad nor bad. It is just a
observation.
It is an observation / question of motive. Mm-hmm. The scene where I can never remember her name, Blondie, gives
Nissa.
Where she gives Seg the ashes of his parents.
Yes.
Do we really think those are the ashes of his parents?
Oh
no, I do not.
I mean,
absolutely not.
I'm like, no fucking way.
Especially because later on there was that scene between her and her dad, and she's like, "Well, he trusts me now." So
I know,
like,
God.
Listen, the fact that she raised it as her, or he acknowledged it as her idea, and they were acknowledging that obviously some trouble had been gone through. Because otherwise they could have just been like, here's some potting soil, there you go, there's your parents. But they talked about it like they had actually done something for this kid. Mm-hmm. And like he was actually, not complaining, but kind of wondering if it had actually paid off. And then that's when she was like, well, now he trusts me.
So you think that is?
I think he did. I think those are the ashes. But that is a very good point. Yeah. We have no way to confirm that, like as a viewer, or until like he actually, like, I don't know, would he run a test on the supposed ashes?
Or maybe they'll get in a fight and she'll be like, those weren't really your parents anyway. They're right here.
Or I feel like they're going to find the bodies elsewhere or something. Because I just do not think that because her dad made such a big stink about how, like, absolutely no way. And then all of a sudden it's like, but here they are. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm. They did go through the trouble of, like, making a monogram to earn, though.
They did. With
the family crest.
But that's a lot less trouble than, hey, let's gather up those ashes and put it in there.
Is that much more trouble?
I feel like making a personalized urn is like the most trouble.
That's what I'm saying. That's like we did enough.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, like we gave him a personalized urn with some dirt in it. That guy's better be happy.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay. It does raise some questions. I mean, she is evil.
There's no way to confirm that.
Yeah.
Right.
Until more.
Because they could say anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he could be lying to his daughter. She could be lying to him. I mean, she could have actually gotten his, the ashes and just been like, meh.
Or he got the ashes before it, and he knows it's not real.
Wait, who got the ashes?
Yeah, also, like, what did he...
Seg, it's like a game on a game. It's like a chess match.
He's
Do we think he's that
He's that
sophisticated?
smart. No, he is not that smart.
Also,
no.
what did he do with the ashes? Did he leave them at his parents' home?
They never talk about... He's like, thank you for giving a proper burial. So there is some, like... in the language, like, they bury them, but, like, where and how and what do... And is burial just like a, is that like a slang term for the way that we would, like, bury actual ashes? The way we just kind of, like, throw it, like, in a,
It's like Val, where they just push them off the cliff.
Yeah, like, so, I don't know. Yeah, we never get to see that, so...
Yeah, it's a weird... When he goes back to the house with the ashes, there's a scene where he, like, kicks something, and you're like, oh, he's going to find something, and then he just kicks something. So, I don't... They do that. They have, like, these throwaway shots. That, I don't know.
I think the only part for me that I really enjoyed in this, like truly enjoyed, was Lyda, because she, as even though she's being pushed around by Seg, anytime that she's not around Seg, she's actually using her status as a commander now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
she's actually like no, and then the fact that she went ahead and like I honest to God thought there was just going to be a full on riot. And that, they were just going to pull everybody out, and then she was just going to get yelled at by her mom and essentially just be infantilized. But the fact that she actually, like, regained order and said, like, nah, you're arrested because you just straight up murdered somebody. Like, that was really impressive. And I'm continuously impressed by the fact that they go ahead and give her that kind of agency. But then again, they go ahead and just have her pulled over into the corner with her not boyfriend. So, yeah, there's a push and pull there for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody said something. They chuck the ashes through the dome wall.
Do we know that?
How? There's no shot of that.
I was going to say, I didn't see that.
At least if there is one, freeze frame and send it
please.
to us. I don't know.
Okay, so I guess we can move on to the bad. Jody.
Okay. The bad was, again, not to harp on a point, but I just feel the way that Lyda was last episode, she came on top, such a badass, bloody, she fought there. And then the minute Seg shows up, she's just like, yeah, I trust you, here's a grenade. Yeah, no, why don't you just yell at me in front of all my people here? That's cool, I like that.
Yep.
And it did not seem to continue the arc that she had just had.
Yeah. I guess that's their way of making her a complicated character, but it's also like, you're also undermining it to some extent, just because we don't have a whole lot of time, and you're not doing a whole lot in these 45 minutes. So Kelly, thoughts?
The bad for me, like I had mentioned in the beginning, was the inconsistency with Adam's reaction to being on an alien planet. Whereas last time I felt like he should have been more excited, and then this time he wasn't, but then he was excited seeing a hologram.
Yeah.
So.
I think he was just bitter about having to lose his hat.
Like,
That's
bullshit.
You know how mad a man is when he loses his hat?
Yeah. It's like, you don't even know the team.
I know.
What is that? Clearly not Adam. Whatever. Okay.
Val. For bad, I agree. Like I said before, the whole thing with Lyda and kind of her, downgrade anytime that Seg is on stage really drives me crazy. And also that when they did the 3 days earlier and they cut to all of showing how the little scout got to where it was seemed so ridiculous and unnecessary.
Yeah.
There was just showing it traveling through space. It's we get it. We know it's there. It almost looked like it was a mistake. That they just put in the wrong footage.
It felt like that should have been how the episode started. Yeah. And then it said 3 days later and then you start. Yeah. Because it was weird to be how did this happen?
Yeah.
Cut,
Let's see the chart.
Yeah.
And it's what?
Well, because they set it up as oh, it's not here. It must already be on the planet. Where is it? 3 days earlier. And it's
yeah.
Okay.
It was so weird. It was really weird.
Okay, cool. Yeah. For me, I am starting to feel how thin the budget is for this show, just because there's not a whole lot of locations. And they seem to be trying to film it in a really creative way so that way they get the most out of it, especially in these like rankless Sector 19, I think it is, scenes where it's just like from this angle, from that angle, so that way you're supposed to believe that it's bigger than what it is, but it's like, honest to God, aside from that, military control room, Kim's bar, the alleyways, which really is, probably one alleyway that they just film in a variety of ways.
Because of the signs, I'm like, oh, this is that sign alleyway.
Is
and
it
that's
really?
That sign. There's 3 different alleyways, yeah.
Are you sure they're just not taking the signs down?
Okay, I'm just saying, like, there's a sign here, a sign here, and a sign here, so they just shoot that.
They're making an effort.
Yeah, and then it's like, Davin's, right, that's his name, Davin Vex?
Devin?
Devin?
Devin.
Yes, that dude. His office, and like the hallway that goes to his office.
Brian Vex.
And then like the death plank. That's it. Like
That's the max, though.
It feels very Saved by the Bell, where there's only like 3 or 4 sets. And I get it, you're blowing your money on the CGI, but it's like,
give us a little something.
Yeah, it just feels like, oh, we're only 3 episodes in, and now I can already see that you only have X amount of sets. Yeah. That's not good, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fortress is cool, but other than
the fortress is cool, but other than that, it just kind of feels like it feels thin.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna take that as a transition to the meh.
Yeah.
Because my meh is the fortress.
Okay.
Like, this is their opportunity to be like, hey, let's throw in a shit ton of Easter eggs. Let's make this place look like so cool. And there's really just a lock-off shot of the stage with the little pedestal on it.
You want it to look like the Batcave.
No, I want it to look like
collectors.
something there's more going on in there. I want it to look like a laboratory. They're like, this is where I did science. You guys got 2 tables and a jar with a plant in it. That's the worst laboratory I've ever seen. Like when he looks up and all the sky, like the constellations, that's great. I want that everywhere. I want you to do something with it. You have those blue columns that are just blue columns.
I know. I wonder if maybe they're hiding some of it still. Like it hasn't all like been activated or something.
But again, it's like he's not going in there and saying like, "Hey, computer, hologram grandpa, can you show me all the capabilities of this space cave?" And they're space cave, and they're just like, "No, we're just going to talk about the one thing that we need to talk about in this one episode." And it's like.
Yeah, but that's my meh.
Yeah.
That's my meh.
I get it.
I feel like you can do a little more there.
Yeah. So. Kelly, Val, Mess?
My meh was the fact that they stretched the storyline for this episode. So thin.
Yes.
So thin.
Yeah.
Was it you that pointed it out? Somebody pointed out, they were like, this is a 45-minute show.
Yeah.
They're not really, yeah. And it's like, they're not doing
Because,
much.
I mean, we focused, like, so much on, we're like, okay, you clearly know. Like, they literally repeated sentences to, like, kind of stretch it out. And I'm like, let's throw a little bit more in there.
It's a very CW impulse.
Yeah. And my meh is that a lot of it is just so predictable. Like, we literally all sat here and Jody goes, is she still alive? Barely. And then they actually said those lines verbatim.
That was awesome.
Dude, like, so it's just, some of it is like, it's just like you kind of see it coming from a mile away. And, I mean, more sexy time. I mean, give the people what they want.
My meh is, who's the dude that Lyda is supposed to be, bound with or by
Devin?
Yeah. You mean jawline? That's what I like to call him.
Jawline?
He's got a real strong jaw. Strong jaw.
Devin is the guy that Lyda is bound to.
Yeah.
Binded.
Or like
But
intended
everyone
for,
knows
intended.
that Lyda and Seg are together. Literally everyone.
Yeah, it is not a secret.
What is that?
Yeah. Maybe that's why they're just getting in public all the time now.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, who the fuck cares?
Jody, you're the super nerd here, especially for the Superman mythos. Yeah. Have I missed something where there's any kind of like purpose for him being there other than just to be the guy who's eventually jilted, like Paris and Romeo and Juliet?
Dev-Em is a character that comes back through the Superman mythos.
Okay.
I would say of anyone that's on the show right now, except for a couple characters that are coming up, he's the only one that survives the destruction of Krypton.
Shit.
He gets I guess we don't know in this, but in
yeah, right?
in the comics.
Okay, in the comics.
He does some bad stuff and he becomes like a bad boy and he gets shoved into the Phantom Zone. And he gets shoved into.
He's actually down there right now.
The voice of Rouse crotch, and he is that what happened? I didn't see it. I was in the bathroom.
A lot of things.
He gets shoved in Phantom Zone later on for doing some bad stuff.
Okay.
So yes, he serves a purpose. Does he serve a purpose In this story?
Yes.
No, because especially it's not like, hey, I'm bound to you. They talk like they're just friends.
Yeah.
Like there is no like.
Not even that.
That's
They
my
talk
dude.
like
Or,
he's just there to be another because I can assume that Lyda doesn't have a father. I don't see a father figure. I just see the mom.
Yeah.
She kind of acts like a disapproving big brother, like surrogate father figure.
Oh, and they also have no chemistry. Not even like antagonistically.
Yeah.
Not even like I don't want to marry you chemistry. It's just like, what's up, man?
And
Hey,
why
no.
is
Hey,
she
like,
the
I
only
care
one that
about you.
he's ever talking to? He's literally never spoken to anybody else on that show.
I think they established in the first episode that he's supposed to be madly in love with her. I feel like he plays it so that it's like, oh, is he in love with her?
Did we even establish that he's supposed to be mad?
I think in the first couple lines, there's a few like, yeah, I think so. It's subtle.
Jody's dad says my Met is Jody's shirt.
I was bar mitzvahed in this shirt. That is not a joke. This is my bar mitzvah shirt.
Is it really?
It is.
That's
Hey, did we
lovely.
get a note to can the Jewish stuff?
Yeah, they were like, hey, tone down the Jewy things.
Really?
No.
No.
No one said that.
Who would say that? How dare you?
Lots of people. I don't. All right, moving on to the...
Yeah, why
All
not?
right, so let's do this thing. Every week we have a little list. I feel like we've streamlined the process to the point where we've got this now. It's 4 items. We'll each introduce one. This week's live list is all about the new and upcoming TV shows inspired by Krypton's success. Sci-fi, Krypton's a huge success. Sci-fi has just swooped up, buying up Superman and Krypton properties left and right, selling off pieces. We've got, they were very nice enough to let us have some of these trailers and openings that they've been making. So this is it. These are exclusives. No one's seen these before. I'm going to start with one that I think is one of the best ones. This spinoff focuses strictly on the Sagittari, the police force of Kandor. Can we take a look at that? It's really good. It's exciting as hell.
Cool.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Move along.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do? When you just come for you. Tell me what you gonna do, what you gonna do? Yeah. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Cops is filmed on location with the men and women of law enforcement. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
So that was pretty exciting.
Good.
I'm so excited to watch that. I feel like it's really gonna.
Yeah.
Really gonna,
I'd watch that.
I would.
Yeah.
So our next one is Kem's Place. This is an old school throwback that focuses on the most famous bar in Kandor.
Take a look at that.
Hey!
You have to find the fortress. You have to save Superman.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
Nice.
Delightful. Cheers.
It's gonna be a classic.
Oh
Yeah,
my
cheers.
God. Oh, syndication.
Or
get ready.
Chems. Yes.
Yeah, Chems.
Yes.
All right. So, Oh My Zod is from the makers of Full House and Mad About You, and explores the wacky relationship between Seg-El and Lydazod. It's not just an opening, but an actual scene from the show that we were lucky to get a hold of.
Oh.
That's not true. Okay, it's an opening. It's an opening.
Okay,
It's
just
not
an
a scene.
opening.
I mean, it's an opening that we were also lucky enough to get a hold of.
start my heart as much as you. Tell me all your secrets and I'll tell you most of mine. They say nobody's perfect, well that's really true this time. I don't have the answers, I don't have a plan. I'm mad about you, baby, so help me understand what we do. You can whisper in my ear where we go. Who knows what happens after here? Let's take each other's hand as we jump into the final frontier. I'm mad about you, baby. Yeah, I'm mad about you.
Fantastic.
All right, our last one.
Yeah, finally, even Hanna-Barbera is bringing back their old Super Friends cartoon, but with a live-action bend. Check it out.
Why?
That was great. That was the best one.
Take two.
Take two.
No one told you life was gonna be this way. Your job's a joke, you broke. Your love life's the old way. It's like you're always stuck in second gear. When it hasn't been your day, a week, a month, or even your year. But I'll be there for you when the rain starts to pour. I'll be there for you like I've been there before. I'll be there for you 'cause I'm there for you too.
Delightful.
All right.
I would watch all of these.
Yeah,
They were
as
great.
well.
I think they're all hits. We're gonna have to do after shows for every single one of them.
Oh my
Done.
God.
Done.
I'm sorry. Did somebody just polish off that whole thing by herself?
No.
Smooth.
What?
Well, that's it.
I was like, now what?
All right. You want to do some plugs or prediction? Yeah. Let's do
What are we doing? Plugs or
plugs.
predictions?
Let's plugs and predictions. Let's plug it and give us a prediction.
2 Dumb Dinos on Instagram.
I'm a follower. I follow.
I do follow 2 Dumb Dinos.
I just have him text me whenever a new one's up and I read it.
Yes.
He's
You
I
don't
like
have
it.
any social
I've
media.
actually, I did laugh out
Why don't
loud
you
when I
have-
read.
I have a Facebook account that I never use.
Jody.
What I do is like whenever this shows up, I put a link up and then I'm like done. I'm like, oh, this is so much. So much work.
Wow. Okay. I'm at the Tony Sanchez on everywhere, literally Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
MySpace.
Don't.
Friendster.
I think they deleted
No, I'm
everyone's account.
still on MySpace.
Why?
Because isn't that still archived?
No, I think they deleted. I think they refreshed everyone's account.
Really?
Yeah.
Good. Because I didn't have embarrassing photos on there at all. But predictions. Listen, I think the season's going to end with the revelation that Adam Strange is going to basically reveal that the timeline involves Krypton being destroyed. And then Seg is going to actually be like, well, then what the fuck have I been doing helping you?
They're gonna not be friends anymore.
Exactly.
Okay.
A rift.
Yes.
All right. I'm Valerie Tossi. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Valerie_Tossi. How exciting.
Classy.
Very, very classy. If you can find my live journal account, please go forth and conquer. It is horrifically embarrassing. And
Backstreet Boys fanfic.
I'm in sync. Come on. Have some respect. I run a show at the Improv. The next one is this Monday. It's an all-female lineup called the Mermaid Comedy Hour. It's at the Hollywood Improv at 9:30 p.m., so come to that. Great. And predictions. I just, please, can we get some boning, please? It's not a prediction, but just a wish. I don't know. I feel like we'll see Seg and Nissa. Nissa?
Yes. I think we're going to see Nissa actually in a nice little Kryptonian.
Oh, I think we're going to see
three-way
some
orgy. Like, I think that there's got to be an Eyes Wide Shut party somewhere in
We've already got the masks for it. Like,
That's true.
Ooh, here's a. Let's take a bet. Under the Mask of Rao.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
What do we think? Do we think are they attractive? B, do we think they'll have facial hair?
Oh.
If it's Jodie Bennett, no and yes.
I'm gonna say attractive and no facial hair.
Okay.
Like bald guy.
I don't think bald. Well,
No. He does have like a whole. Doesn't have a ton of helmet hair.
That's
How do we know it's a dude?
That's what I'm saying.
Because
I
of the
think
voice.
it's a chick.
It's so deep.
I think it's the head
That
of
could be a
Black
voice
Zero.
changer.
I
That
think
could be
Black
like
Zero is going to be like playing both sides, like the Emperor Palpatine.
Bless you.
Excuse me, sorry.
Wait, I have a serious question.
Yeah.
Is it a head or is it masks? Do you know? Like,
It's masks.
I think it's
real
masks.
faces?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's a real.
No, it's masks.
I mean, based on the shape, it looks like a man.
That's what I think,
They
too.
duped us on those kinds of things before, where they're like, "Psych, that was the body double, and here's the real person."
Yeah, I think too though, like because the voice is so low, that's why I think that it's man.
I do too.
Yeah.
Okay. Kelly.
You can find me on all social media at Creaky Cupcakes with a Z at the end. And can the prediction just be anything we want?
Sure.
Can I do whatever I want?
Whatever you want.
I predict that since Adam Strange has this ability to travel through time, I think he's going to go back and somehow create Brainiac, and it's their fault that he exists.
Oh, son of a...
Because that's happened in The Flash or whatever. I don't know. They do that stuff.
They would do that. Jody's dad says, I predict Jody would never work in this town again.
Wow!
Lofty prediction, sir.
I predict that the kid, something's gonna happen with that kid.
Ona?
They just kind of like left the kid behind the bar, right?
Oh, Ona? Yeah,
So
she's just...
I think.
Well, your parents never did that to you before.
No.
Oh.
Jody's dad, care to confirm?
Why do you think I'm a bartender?
You just grew up behind a bar.
I was just like conceived in dry storage.
Nice.
All right, that's it.
And you have nothing to plug?
Nothing to plug.
Nothing. He only exists for this time and space right
He's
now.
looking to plug because he spends 5 hours trying to
Estonia?
decode Kryptonian.
Yeah. God bye, you guys. All right, thank you very much for watching.
Yeah.
That's all. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, man. See you next week.
Drive safely, you guys.
Hit that subscribe button.
You too.
You guys.
I'm going to drink all
We
the
know
water.
this.
Find us on all the social media.
Yeah.
Woke up green at about noon. Just thought that I had to be on Krypton soon. I gotta blow it up before suits begin. Before he joins Aquaman and Super Friends. A salvage mission, yo, I'm not alarmed. Bad things gonna happen to this chick named Rom. She found my Sentry in a snowy place that was gonna blast evil in her face. A Sentry pulls up, who can it be? Time to hunt the Wranglers in SCG. Rolled in the candor and started to say, your crew too weak, you and Adam Strange. Cause collecting cities is always hard. You shrink them down and put them in the jar. Knowing nothing in life but to mastermind. I'm on my way to end Krypton. Cause collecting cities is always hard. You shrink them down, put them in the jar. Knowing nothing in life but to mastermind. I'm on my way to end Krypton. I'm on my way to end Krypton.